Hi crafters, it's Hannah from HanCraftedCards.com. Welcome to my channel today. If you are making wedding invitations, and then this is the video for you. This is a fairly quick wedding invitation tutorial. So I'll just open it up, and inside you'll see it's a top folding card, and then you've got your invitation details and an RSVP card inside as well, so they can let you know if they're going to make it. So that is the wedding invite. It's a very simple invite to make, but I think it looks pretty nice, and you could change this up to match whatever the theme is of the wedding that you're making for. So if you like tutorials like this, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you get notified when I post a new video. But for today's video, let's get started. Okie dokie, so we're going to start off by making the holder basically for the invite. So what I've got is a piece of thick whisper white A4 that I've cut in half long ways and then folded in half, so it makes a top folding card. So that's going to be that part. Then I've got a piece of the Cheers to the Year Designer Series paper that's going to go on the front. So with this piece first, what we need to do is grab some washi tape and the detailed floral dies, and we just want this piece here. So what we're going to do is take your washi tape, and we're just going to tape these two pieces together. So line them up, what was I going to say? Line it up as you would as if you was putting a layer on, sticking it on, so with an even border around the edge, and then just tape that into place so it doesn't move, like so. Then you're going to grab your big shot, and I'll bring it in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to use the magnetic platform just to make this a little bit easier on ourselves. So when you're using your magnetic platform, the tip I've found is always try and keep one plate that's as flat as possible, because they do tend to buckle. So whichever one's on the bottom, make that your flattest one. And then you're just going to pop this down about 3/4 of an inch maybe from the bottom. I don't know what's going to be easy if I do it that way. So about 3/4 of an inch ish from, wrong way around, that way around. So can you see it? So just roughly, it doesn't have to be exact. And then pop that one on. And I'm just bringing it back through just because it's going through two pieces. But that will have cut fine. So now you've got a nice pretty edge. And then when you slightly lift that up, you're going to have a double edge there. So let's pop big shot away. Oh, actually, let me put, I like to keep my big shot platform there with the thin die adapter in, because I found it keeps my plates flatter as well. See, they're not too bad, so I keep them like that in my big shot, and the pressure kind of keeps them, helps to keep them flat, I've found anyway. So that's another quick tip for you. So you're going to want an even edge around. So I mean, to be fair, I might actually just do it that way and just trim at the top. So you want an even edge around the three sides, and then we can just trim that bit off the top. That'll be even easier. So I'm going to add some fuse and try and get along that edge as best you can. I'm going to add just a little bit more because obviously this is a wedding invite and we don't want it falling apart. So leaving an even edge around those three sides. And then I'll just take my big scissors and trim that top bit off. Like so. So there, that is the top folding part of the invite. So then I've got another piece of Whisper White that is 5 1/8 by 2.5 inches, and for that we just need to do the tiniest little bit of scoring. So I'm just going to bring in the scoreboard, and you're going to just score at 1/2 inch on 3 sides, just on 3. I mean, how easy was that? So pop that away, and you're going to take some double-sided tape, and before we fold it, should I use 1/2 inch? No, I'll stick to this is a 1/4 inch tape. So before we fold it and burnish it, you're going to add tape to the same side that you've scored. And I'm going along the edge. Okay, now we can fold and burnish those 3 score lines. Like so. Then you're going to cut away those 2 squares that are formed in the corners, and you're going to cut on the side of the score line. So you're going to cut and miter away the tab just a little bit. So we've cut it like so. So you've got a little bit more than just the square. And then you're going to miter this end just slightly. So I've just taken the tiniest little sliver off, and that side as well. Okay, so then bring your invite back in, and when I'm doing a pocket, I will stick the sides down and then bring the bottom up. That's so when anything's going in and out, it's not going to be catching, because if it's that way it could start catching on those corners there. So I do the sides first and then the bottom. So take off the tape, on all 3, so then you can stick that down already and then take off the 3rd one, and that's just going to get stuck at the bottom. So I'm just lining it up flush at the bottom. Like so, and give that a really good burnish. And that is the top folding invite. And you could, if you wanted to, add some decoration on here. You could take this little piece that we cut off. You can get the washi tape back off, and without ripping it. So obviously I went for this one, but if you did it without ripping it, then you could add that to the bottom, which would look quite nice. Seeing as this is just a sample, no I won't, but you could just stick that back there, so it would look like that, which would be quite pretty. So anyway, to go inside your invite, obviously you need the details of the wedding. So I have just printed this from Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's kind of like Photoshop-y type thing, but it's online, it's a website, and I use it to make all of my thumbnails and loads of images for on my own website. And you can, the templates on there, and this was just a template, I just filled in, changed some of the details. So I've just printed that off. Obviously you would print that onto nice paper. This is just copy paper that I've used, and then just backed it onto a piece of Whisper White. But you could print that on some nice like words. Oh, what's it? Vanilla? Oh, it's not even that hard of a word. Some vanilla or ivory paper, something really, you know, something nice, with just the details of the invite. So that's that. So that's going to go into the pocket. Oops, she says it does fit. So that's going to fit inside the pocket. And then also, if you want to pop in an RSVP card so that they who you're inviting can get back to you. These are just our note cards and envelopes, and I've just cut a piece of the same designer series paper that's on the front of here and layered it on the front. And again, on the inside I found this template on Canva, and it's just RSVP, who's coming, yes, no, blah blah blah. But again, you could oh my goodness you could change the wording to whatever you wanted it to say. You could put, you know, your phone number, give me a text, whatever. So that will also fit into the pocket. And then you could also pop in there maybe some of the directions to where the wedding's going to be. You could put that on the back of there, so double-side it. So you could have all the information inside there. And just to keep it closed, we're going to use some of the gold metal edge ribbon, which is gorgeous. Absolutely love this ribbon. And just going to take about, let's see, about 15-ish inches. And then just tie a bow. And then I can just adjust and snip that off. And there you go, so that will keep it closed. And then of course you need an envelope, and I've just stamped Mr. and Mrs. and that was from, I've put the stamp set away now, the Cheers to the Year stamp set, I think. Yes, that was just from the Cheers to the Year stamp set, but this stamp set is retiring at the end of this month, so if you want this one you need to get it quick. So there'll be a link in the description with to this stamp set, so you can get it there. So on there it's got season's greetings, and so your story begins, cheers to the new year, Mr. and Mrs. and joy, and then some nice decorative elements as well. So then that will fit nicely, and these are the Stampin' Up envelopes. They're a nice sort of smooth envelope, and that is your wedding invite finished. So I think it's quite a quick invite because obviously for a wedding, oh I've gone all out of focus. What's happened there then? Sorry guys, bear with. Yeah, as I was saying, you would need to be making quite a lot of invites obviously for a wedding, so you want something quick, and I think you'd be able to make these quite quickly. So that is the invite finished. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then check out some of the others on the screen. Just click or tap over there, and there are lots of other videos in this wedding series, so they will also be linked as well. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.